Julia Trubkina is revealing the current status of her relationship with Brandon Gibbs ahead of the 90-day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 premiere. Julia is from Russia and has been living in the US since 2020. Julia married Brandon in 90-day Fiancé Season 8 and detested living with his parents on their farm. It wasn't the only issue in Brandon and Julia's marriage, as later revealed on The Last Resort during couples therapy. Brandon wanted a baby while Julia didn't. He also hadn't forgiven Julia for cheating on him before they married. He refused to let Julia bring her parents to the US. Brandon still seemed unhappy despite therapy, leading to them becoming a part of 90-day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. Julia and Brandon faced several rough patches even after completing therapy, and Simba's death seemed to have driven them further apart. But Julia's latest update seems positive. Julia shared a selfie on Instagram of her seated in the passenger seat and wishing her followers a happy 4th of July. Julia's eyes looked like they were welling up with tears, but she maintained a strong front as she posed for the picture. It appears Julia was inside her car with Brandon driving them to meet their friends. Couldn't say no. In her next story, Julia shared a picture of her and Brandon with a couple of their friends. Julia only tagged Brandon in the story and not the friends. However, she wrote that this was her first time witnessing fireworks on the 4th of July. She added that her friends were insisting she go, and Julia couldn't say no. Brandon appeared happy and smiling in the picture. In June 2025, Julia and Brandon shared updates about their roles in the upcoming season. Julia posted a photo of the two, hinting that their storyline was kept under wraps due to its drama and secrecy, which is why they were excluded from the trailer. She stressed that she was going to give no spoilers about their story or what they went through. Julia and Brandon were announced as a couple for the upcoming 90-day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9, but they weren't a part of the trailer. This fact may have confused fans, and probably even made them wonder if Julia and Brandon were removed from the season. However, Julia confirming she's in the season with Brandon and now revealing they're still together changes things. Julia lost her dog Simba to a stroke in May 2025, and she's having a difficult time moving on. Brandon has shown little concern towards her feelings on social media, but in real life, it appears that Brandon is doing everything to keep his wife happy. His accompanying Julia to watch the fireworks speaks volumes about the nature of their marriage. Brandon has built anticipation for the 90-day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? By posting the official promotional poster, teasing that their story is far from over. He hinted that fans could expect their most personal and emotional chapter yet. However, even if Julia and Brandon face some of their toughest challenges this season, it's clear that everything ultimately falls into place for them.